Chee-hoo, my friends, it's Aloha Friday. Chee-hoo, all right. How's everybody doing so far? You ready to get this week over? Ready to get yourself some skills? I know I'm ready. I love Fridays. Friday's Aloha Friday, and Friday is my favorite day to share skills with you. And today, I got a really cool function to share with you. You know, just recently, a couple months ago, Excel released into their Office Insiders program about 14 new functions that we can start working with. And the majority of these are array functions, which means these are functions that you can just put in one cell and they spill the results into all the other cells. So you don't have to, you only write a formula once. Instead of having to put it into every cell, just write it once and it spills. It's pretty cool. You're going to see what I'm talking about in a moment. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you here so that you can see the spreadsheet that we're going to work on. And sometimes you'll ask me, hey, Billy, can I get the spreadsheet that you're using to teach with? And I say, yeah, of course. All you got to do is just go to my website, right? Just go to don'tgetmadgetskills.com. Don't get mad, getskills.com. Once you log on to don'tgetmadgetskills.com, just go right over here to where it says live stream. And when you click on live stream, it's going to take you to the live stream page. That's where this live stream is going on right now. And why is it offline? Well, when the live stream starts on that page, you can just go to Don't Get. Let's start over. Go to Don't Get Mad, Get Skills. Click on live stream, and when you scroll down, you're going to see the practice file right over here. So just go ahead and download the practice file, and let's get ready to start learning. When you go to download the practice file, if you're not registered at don'tgetmadgetskills.com, it's going to ask you to log in, and if you're not registered, you can just go right ahead and sign up. It's free. And then that way you have access to all the spreadsheets that I work with. And you're be part of the Don't Get Mad, Get Skills community where we can share information with each other. All right. So now let's get back to what we're going to be learning today. And that is how to use the HSTACK function. And what I've got right here, are three tables. I got the South sales table, I got a West sales table, and I got an East sales table. So I'm going to take these three tables right here and stack them horizontally so I can view them side by side. And it's real easy to do with just one function. We write a formula using one function, the HSTACK function. Whoops. And that's it right there, my friends. That's the results that you get. Let's do this one more time. The function is going into one cell right here. So A1. That's it. Just I wrote a formula using the HSTACK function, and there we have it. There we have the East sales, the West sales, and the South sales. That's these three tables into one horizontal stack. So let's go right ahead and learn how to use it. The first thing that we're going to do is I recommend that you keep your data in tables. And what we're going to do with tables, it allows us to have more dynamic arrays. In other words, when you update one of your tables, your array is going to update. So we've got the South sales table, the West sales table, and East sales. Now, East sales is not a table right now because I want to show you how to turn your ranges into tables. You see, here we have a table. When you have a table, you have a contextual tool tab. These are tool tabs that only appear based on the context you're in. When you click on the table design tooltip, you've got all your or tool tab. You have all these different options to work with your tables. Now, take a look. This is table name West Sales. When we go to the South Sales, this is table name South Sales. So let's go ahead to the East Sales, put your marquee in the data, and we're going to turn this into a table. What's a marquee? This is a marquee right here. This is your marquee. And if you didn't know what a marquee is, it's probably because you haven't had any trainings with Don't Get Mad, Get Skills, Mr. Aloha. This is one of the most basic things is the marquee, and the marquee should always be in the data. A lot of you tools won't work if the marquee is not in the data. Look at this table. My marquee is out of the data. There's no contextual tool tab for me to work with the table. I want to work with the table. Let me click into the data. And now we've got the contextual tool tab available to us. So you should always keep your marquee in the data. Remember, go to Don't Get Mad, Get Skills, my friends. And right when you land on Don't Get Mad, Get Skills, this page right here, just check out the classes that are coming up. I teach Excel basics for $5 right here. The average price of this training is $265. How do I know? Because I Googled it. I Googled Learn Excel Basics Live Online. And it's $265 on average, usually more. However, I teach that class for $5 right here. So sign up. It's 5 days, 1.5 hours each. Monday through Friday for $5. You get a certificate and you are trained by a Microsoft certified trainer. Don't get mad, getskills.com. Scroll on down. Here's a schedule of all the classes that we have coming up. So you can just sign up. For example, click on July. The next class is coming up starting the week of July 18th. So click on the class that you want to attend. Check out the curriculum. And it's the same curriculum every month, 5 days, hour and a half each day. And we go over the 7 steps of Excel success. And you're going to know more than just what a marquee is. Then you just go ahead, click on register, and then you just sign right up. It's only $5. Look at that. Just like that. Woo! Yes, angels. All right. So now that you know how to get yourself some more skills. Oh, by the way, look, when you go to leave this page, get yourself some keyboard shortcuts already. Nice. Just drop your name and your email address right here. Press this button and boom. Your Excel shortcuts coming up. All right. So let's get back to learning how to do the HSTACK. So the first thing is convert your data ranges into tables. You should just do it all the time. Put your marquee in the data, and you're going to press a shortcut that's called Control T. Control plus the letter T. Control T. All right. I get excited. I like to teach. I know how good this is for you. Control T. So put the marquee in the data, press Control T, and here you see your create table dialog box appear. And then create table is saying, hey, where's the data for your table? And look, it's pre-selected it for us. There you see the marching ants marquee. That's what that's called. It's called a marching ants marquee. And this is really critical. You want to make sure that we let it know that, yeah, my table has headers because we do in this case. Then we press OK, and there, boom, we have our table. Now we have tools that we can work with our table, and we can just go right down here and say, hey, you know what? Look at all this. We're going to make it this blue. We like that blue right here. And I'm going to select my header row, right click, and I'm going to center it. Boom. There we go. Oh, look. And then I'm going to select the entire column. I'm going to right click. And what we're going to do is we're going to give it some accounting number format, and we're going to decrease the decimal point. Just go that way. Click, decrease the decimal point. And why did I apply that formatting to the whole column? Yeah, that's right. Tap it into the chat if you know. Let's see. I don't see anything in the chat yet. If you can tell me why I have selected the entire column and formatted it just instead of this range. Why did I format the entire column? Put the answer in the chat, and you're going to get the first person that answers it is going to get free access to any one of my courses that you like to have. Okay. So now that we have converted our ranges into tables, we're going to go to the worksheet where we're going to build our formula. So with the marquee in cell A1, we can go ahead and start typing equals. Whenever you're writing a formula, the very first thing you do is a command. You command Excel to do this. Excel, boom, do this. Remember, you rule Excel. The brains of Excel are in the chair. Yeah. So here we go. HS, look at that. There's an HSTACK function that appears. And then I'm going to press the tab key. What? Are you following along and saying to yourself, I don't have that function, Billy? It's possible. It's possible. This is Microsoft 365. And this function hasn't quite officially been released yet. It's available to you as long as you're part of the Office Insiders program. How do you become part of the Office Insiders program? It's easy. Have Microsoft 365, go to your File tab, and in your File tab, you can just go to Account Information, Account. Once you're in Account, then you can just go right over here and click Office Insider and then follow the prompts. And I recommend that you sign up for the beta channel. The beta channel is where you're going to get the coolest, newest, and latest features in Excel. So we get to test them all out. When you're in the beta channel, we get to test them all out before they launch them out to the general public. So there we have it. Make sure that you're part of the Office Insiders beta program. And in just a few clicks, you can do it. Close Excel, open it back up, and then you'll have access to these newest functions that haven't quite rolled out yet. Equals HS. There's HSTACK. Now I'm going to press the tab key, to tab right into it. And now there's a lot of different ways to enter a formula. I'm going to show you one way here. I like to press Shift plus F3 once I start my formula to launch the function arguments dialog box. So here you see, we started our formula, HSTACK. Now we press Shift F3, and here's our function arguments dialog box. And it gives us an explanation of what are the required arguments. You have to have at least one argument for this function to work. And, but you're wanting to HSTACK, so you're going to need more than one, but you need at least one for this to work. And you can have up to 254 arrays. Look at that. You can select up to 254 arrays and stack them horizontally. Hey, somebody needed it. That's why it's there. So let's go ahead and click into array 1. And you're going to select the first array of your horizontal stack. And you're going to click on East Sales right down here, East Sales. And then go ahead and select the entire table, including the column header. Boom. And now, oh, look at that. It says table 1. Let's back up for a second. I forgot to show you this step. I showed you how to use Control T to convert your range into a table. However, we didn't name the table. Let's go to click on the eSales table and then go back to your table design contextual tool tab. And under the table name, let's give it a name. East Sales. Now, look carefully at the name. I'm going to press enter, and you're going to see that we now have a problem. And the syntax of this name isn't correct. Verify that the name starts with a letter or underscore, and that it doesn't include a space or a character that isn't allowed. Look what we got right here. A space. Excel doesn't like spaces. So what do? in the event that you want it to look like there's a space, but there is no space. If you said underscore, congratulations. East sales. And then I just press enter. And there we have it. Okay, so now let's go back and start over with our formula. So we're going to start equals to Command Excel and start typing in the HSTACK function. There it is. I'm going to press the tab key to tab right into it. And then what's a shortcut for the function arguments? Shift F3. You got it. And now here we have our function arguments. And then the first argument is the array one. So you're going to click on eSales and select the entire table, including the header row. All right. Now look what we got here. It's named. Cool. Let's go to the next array. Click on array 2. Then click on West Sales and select the entire table, including the header row. Now we go to array 3. That's South Sales. Click on the South Sales worksheet. Select the entire table, including the header row. And here you see East Sales, West Sales, South Sales. Look at the formula that you're building right here. It's nice when you use defined names and name tables. Then I can press OK. Boom. And there we have it. Angels. That's what you always hear when you do things right in Excel. Angels. So cool. Here we have our East Sales. Then we've got our West Sales and we got our South Sales right here. Nice. And you may be thinking to yourself, yeah, Billy, but what about that? What about these NAs? I don't like how that looks. Well, that just means that there's no information available for that. The largest array is the South Sales. So our whole entire array is going to be that size right there. The empty cells display NA because there's no data available for it. We can leave it like that, or you can make it so that it displays whatever you like it to instead of NA. Watch, take a look real quick here. Let's say that we're going to go right here to the East Sales. And right below saffron, we're going to add some pepper at $10,000 of East Sales. Okay. So we're going to go to East Sales and right below saffron, we type in pepper. And I'm going to press the tab key, tab, T-A-B, tab, to tab over to the next cell. And then in there, I'm going to put $10,000 worth of sales. And then we press enter. Now look the beauty of a table. The table expanded to include the new values. Cool. Now let's go to the stack. And now look, right here is the pepper. Isn't that cool? Dynamic. You've made this a dynamic array by ensuring that your sources were tables. Tables. That makes them dynamic arrays. So now let's go ahead and fix this part right here because we don't want to see NAs when these cells are empty. We just want it to be blank. So if in the event, think about it like this. If my cells display an NA, then do this. So if NA, leave it blank. There's actually a function called if NA. So let's do this. Let's go right up to the formula bar and right after the equal sign, just right there, right after the equal sign, start typing if NA, if, and look at all your if functions. Right there's the if NA. Now you've selected it, double click on it, click. And now here we see that the if NA has two values. The value that you are evaluating, the condition you're evaluating. If the value is NA, then give me this. All right. So when I click on value, that argument, it highlights that argument. So the original formula that you wrote is the value. Now you're going to put a comma right here at the end, and that's going to move us to the value of NA argument. So let's go right ahead, and right at the end, I'm going to put in a comma. And now you see that the value if NA is bolded. That means we are in that argument right now. And here's where we're going to put what we want to display if the results are NA. So if NA, in that case, then just leave it blank. And a blank is a quote, double quotes, quote, close the parentheses, and then you can press enter. Boom. Angels. You should get these sounds. So when you're working, every time you get something right, you just play the angels. Then that way your boss one day comes up and goes, "What's all them angels?" "Oh, boss, every time I do something really good, really perfect in Excel, the angels play." And then you can just sit there and play the angels all the time. Next thing you know, you got a raise. Yay. Okay. So there we have it. And now look at this. Look at the formula that you wrote right here. Okay. That's coding. So if you're saying to yourself, wow, I want to get more into data analysis, but it's looking like I need to learn how to code. I need to learn how to use Python and a lot of other languages that are programming languages that are used for data analysis. Don't be scared. You've already been programming. The moment you started writing formulas in Excel, you started coding. And it all starts right here at Excel. I see a lot of people using Power BI, displaying all these really colorful, really beautiful Power BI dashboards, but nobody knows what they mean. Let's go back down to the basics and learn how to work with the data, how to make sure that the data is properly set up, properly structured, so that when you're working with it with Power BI, you're visualizing that data, the visualizations are correct because the underlying data is correct. So what? Are you going to be a Power BI expert, a person that knows how to make really pretty visualizations, but you don't know what any of that means? What question were you answering? Why did you make that dashboard in the first place? What was the question that led to you answering it with that dashboard? If you don't know that, you don't know anything. So let's get back to the basics and start right in here in Excel, and start working your way from here. Build a solid foundation. And I'm telling you, go check out Don't Get Mad, Get Skills right here. Just go on Twitter. Just ask around. Anybody taking Billy's class? Mr. Aloha, 7 Steps to Excel Success, and they'll tell you, yeah, I love it. Everybody loves it. Why? Because I love teaching it to you. I know how important it is. When you're in Don't Get Mad, Get Skills, go check out live classes and go to workshops. There's all kinds of workshops going on. And when you sign in to don'tgetmadgetskills.com, you become a member of a community. So let's go to don'tgetmadgetskills.com. I'm going to open it in a different browser window because I'm already signed in on this one. And you see, you got the community available to you. All registered users have access to community, and it's free to register. There's a community for every course you belong in, and there's a general community for everybody. And here's where a lot of the spreadsheets, and here's where you come and you get help. This is our world, just us at Don't Get Mad, Get Skills, focused on learning because we don't get mad. We get skills. So there you have it, my friends. Woohoo! Nice. And remember, when you got questions, put them in the chat or go into the Don't Get Mad, Get Skills community and ask a question in there. I'll get notified and I'll be right with you because to serve is to love, and I love to serve you. So remember, Keep on learning and don't get mad. Get skills. Aloha.